Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browner, and I have a son, Owen, who is 11, and he has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills, and he helps me paint the backgrounds, and then I paint the rest. And I am painting flowers tonight. I laugh because I paint a lot of flowers. And I don't really know why I decided to do the random places, but here we are. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes I'm very chaotic in my painting, and sometimes it's a little more precise. So here we are. Here we are painting, and I really don't know how any of it will go. This was not what I had planned. I was gonna make a bunch of flowers like I usually do, and then here these random ones are. So we'll see how it all comes together. Generally this happens. I get going with my painting, and what I think I'm going to do and what actually happens is two different things. So here we are. Here we are painting abstract, well, flowers, random flowers. Now, this is what gets me in trouble a lot of times, is I put way too much paint on my paintbrush, and then I drop it someplace at some point. But I like adding all of the paint, because then I get to have like the colors from the last paint, the last section. So that's kind of where we're at right there. See? What did I tell you? That is what happens. The way too much paint on my paintbrush does not always work. We'll fix it. It will be okay. It'll be fine. We'll mix it, mush it, squish it. I don't know what's going to happen, but it'll work out. We'll figure it out. I'm in the process of making all of these flowers look the same again, I can tell. I do that a lot. That's why I thought I would do the random, make my brain think outside the box. So, that's what I'm trying to do here. Maybe I'll eventually get it into a bouquet somehow. I'm not sure. That would be kind of maybe the end game of what to do with it. See, there's those peachy colors from this last one. And that gets happiness, you know, as I cover a lot of it up. So today, it rained ever so slightly. It rained pretty hard, but it only rained for a little bit. But that was enough to make Owen's day, because he got to play in the rain. And this is such a huge new thing for him, because for years, rain, any amount of rain, would cause him to have huge meltdowns that would last hours, days, weeks, depends on, like, he would get anxious about having to be out in the rain, even though it wasn't going to be raining that day. He didn't understand. And anytime the rain would happen, he would tell me to turn the rain off. And so in the last few weeks, getting close to a month now. All the days blend together. I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but he has found rain to be so much fun. And I do believe, once again, I am thanking Curious George and the man in the yellow hat for this newfound love. Owen now goes to bed on his own because of Curious George and the man in the yellow hat telling him something to the effect of, you can go to sleep now, George. I'm going to be right in the other room if you need me. And now my son, who has struggled for years and years and years and years, is now, most of the time, not all of the time, going to bed with just telling me goodnight. We say our prayers and he goes to his room, and he comes out a few times sometimes. But then he is asleep for the rest of the night, waking up at different times occasionally again, but not nearly as hard as it was when he was a baby. I don't really know what I'm doing besides just putting random flowers random places, but like I said, we're gonna get there. So it was just amazing to have Owen want to play in the rain today. And we didn't stay out in it too long because it started raining harder in those moments. And it was, I'm not really sure of the temperature at that point. It's been in the mid 50s today, and so he was in his, rain boots and rain or coat and everything, but I didn't want him to get cold, and then we had blankets and stuff in the car, but overprotective mama didn't want him to get too wet. Plus, it changes very quickly for him from having fun to big sensory moments. And so even though he was completely enjoying all of it, I didn't want it to go from one to the next, because it's very easy for him to really be liking something he's doing and then it quickly changing to something that is extremely hard on him and kind of an overload. So, that's kind of where we were at. But he had a much better day today than he's had in numerous days. And I was very thankful for it. I would say the last few days have been stressful, and he's been very anxious. That's probably like the best way to describe it. He's 11, so he's in that kind of pre-hormonal stage, and he's still learning how to communicate and how to express his needs and what he wants. And so a lot of times he can't just use words. It's more about, screaming his feelings or doing an action so that he can then say that he's sorry. And so he'll pull my hair, generally not hard, but enough to pull my hair, and then say, sorry, mommy, we don't pull hair. And so it's a process for him because he doesn't know how to handle everything that he's kind of going through still. So, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to, I'm still learning how to process my own emotions, but I'm still learning how to figure out how to help him through a lot of this. And, you know, kind of just use that to see what we both need. But we're getting there. We are getting there, you know? So it was a much, much, much better day. And just to be able to walk out in the rain without him just completely having a meltdown or crying, or, you know, one dot of liquid on my glasses would send him into this huge meltdown. And so having him be able to talk to me and enjoy the rain and enjoy all of that is such an incredible blessing. Not sure what happened here. Like I've had visions of other things happening, so I'm just gonna kind of change it a little. I don't know what I did. Well, you know, like I said, it just all works out. It all kind of, like, it's a couple of flowers over there. It's fine. It's okay. Nothing's like melting or anything. It'll be okay. Kind of like in that purpley feel to this. And then we came home and we ate our lunch, and then he took a bath, and he didn't want to put his shirt on after his bath. And you know, that I love when he's able to express what he wants and what he doesn't want. So we weren't going anywhere, so I said sure, and I put it on the chair that his chair in the kitchen when I was finishing, you know, helping him with everything. And so later on, several hours later, when he asked me for a snack, more of his snack, I went to get his milk, and I turn around and he's got his shirt on, and it was the right direction and right way and everything. And so he put that on, and I was very excited. I was thrilled that he took it upon himself to, you know, put his shirt on when he was ready to put his shirt on, and that he was able to do it. You know, he can put his clothes on, kind of, like he has a hard time with zippers and things like that, but he doesn't initiate a lot of those moments. So to have him just do this was absolutely incredible. And then I got so excited, I just burst out into tears, and he was like, "Mommy's sad and Mommy's happy." And I had told him that I was proud of him because he has a hard time processing emotions. And so it was like, I was so proud of him for putting on his shirt. And then that's when I was crying, and he goes through all the words he knows about emotions, and then he said, "Mommy, proud of me," and kept saying it in different ways. But it just made my day. It was a good day. It was a good day for a great time for him to just do all of this. I'm trying to decide if I want to sprinkle. What I do sometimes is I take and I put extra, believe it or not, extra paint, and then I do this, and I think I'm going to do it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I end up usually getting it all over me, all over the phone, the camera, the world. Several different ways you can do this. Some less messy than others, but it's just kind of how thick you want the colors, or the blobs, I suppose. I'm trying to kind of not get them. Sometimes big blobs fall, which, I mean, it really is just kind of more about the process and just adding a little extra to it. So if it happens that big blobs fall, that's what happens. But I just kind of wanted a little confetti. So we got that. And then I always sign O for Owen, since he is the foundation of why we started painting. And then L. And B. So there you go. All right. Once I'm done with all my paint, I squish it all out and I make paint blobs. See, I've got paint all everywhere. Paint everywhere, I mean it. I make paint blob jewelry, so I put it on here and then I'll get it all kind of squished out and make it that way. So I thank you for watching and being a part of our day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of yours. Doodles!